Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be recreating that infamous crash from the start of the 1998 Belgium Grand Prix, and before we get into the video, let's remind ourselves of how that crash panned out.
Hakkinen on the left, Coulthard on the right. Yes, it's go! And Coulthard drags. Hakkinen gets away well. Look at Eddie Irvine coming up on the inside. Villeneuve goes up into second position. Schumacher is down into about sixth position. Bad start by the Ferrari. Great start by Eddie Irvine. Villeneuve, look at Villeneuve, and into the wall. Who was that?
Coulthard in the wall.
David Coulthard into the wall. Stop the race.
They'll have to red flag
This
this.
is terrible. Look, this is quite appalling. This is the worst start for a Grand Prix that I have ever seen in the whole of my life.
Total carnage. David Coulthard went off up the hill very early on, and then they just all piled into him into poor visibility, and they have no ability to stop. The tyres are cold, and everything locks up. He just absolutely slides straight.
So that is what we are going to try and recreate today in this video, and it's not going to be the easiest of tasks, but we are going to try nonetheless, and away we go from pole position and in the car of Valtteri Bottas for this race. And now we're going to head into the scene of that accident. We go into the wall, but nobody hits us at all, so that was a failed attempt there, and probably just going to flash back to avoid doing the start again. And so on we go now, and let's try that again. I think we shouldn't go as much off to the left this time to try and collect people, but again that's not really worked. We made contact, and then the Force India hits us there and causes a wee bit of a crash with that McLaren car as well, but it's not that much of a big crash, to be honest. A lot of cars gets through, as we'll see here, a lot of the cars to the left going by before eventually the Force India hits into us. So we're going to try for a third time. Into the wall we go, and there's contact behind us, and oh my gosh, we've been hit from behind, and not a lot of cars got through that, so that was quite a good attempt there. Let's see it from outboard, and we collect our teammate as well as the Ferrari as well, and then it all kicks off behind us. Oh my goodness, that was actually quite a good attempt. And let's now see the point of view of our teammate and of Raikkonen, and we collect them both, and they both smash into the wall, and everyone behind just hits into Hamilton there. Meanwhile, Raikkonen was left on his own, and now on to Max Verstappen. He gets through, but Carlos Sainz actually hits our car and into the wall and prevents that Ferrari from getting past as well. And now going further back, it's Alonso and Magnussen side by side, and Alonso is left with nowhere to go, and he smashes into the car of Lewis Hamilton, and out of the race he goes, and Magnussen actually gets through without any contact there. And now it's Ricciardo and Vettel, and there's a bit of contact there, and then Vettel's just squeezed in between our car and Sainz's car, and Ricciardo gets through there, but now it's Ocon and Grosjean side by side also further back, and Ocon backs out there, but then he gets a bit of airtime there. Meanwhile, Grosjean is hitting into the Mercedes and then into the wall, which retires him. Now onto Sergio Perez and Nico Hülkenberg. Perez in front of Hülkenberg here, and he just smashes into everyone there as well, Nico Hülkenberg as well there. Now we go further back on to Gasly ahead of Van Dorn here, and what's going to happen with these two, and Gasly kind of just smashes into the guys ahead, and then Van Dorn smashes into Gasly, which puts him into Mercedes and out of the race. Now it's Stroll and Hartley here, and what's going to happen with these guys, and they kind of just smash into everyone as well here. So it's a massive accident here going right back to the back of the grid, and now it's the two Sauber cars with Ericsson and Leclerc here. What happens with them? They both kind of just have nowhere to go and smash into the back. And now, last but by no means least, we go on to Sergei Sorokin. What is he going to do here in the back of the grid here in this crash? He finds a wee bit of space there and tries to go through, but there's nowhere to go for him. But we go back later on, just after the crash, and there's 3 cars been disqualified, presumably for reversing, I think, and a few cars get through there, and we are in P8 now, but there's still some yellow flags ahead. And is that Esteban Ocon out of the race maybe? Let's have a look at what happened to him. There's us coming out, and Ocon threw Raikkonen there, and Vettel is just slow, and he just hits the back of him, and out of the race goes Esteban Ocon. Now let's see, on board with Vettel, what happened. So he's got wing damage presumably, and that slowed him down through Eau Rouge and Raikkonen. And there we see Ocon hitting the back of the Ferrari driver. Now we look on to the results of the race. Only 10 finishers here, so we've managed to wipe out half the field in this recreation. And there you can see all DNFs there, as well as the 3 disqualifications. So I think that has been quite a successful recreation of the Spa 98 crash. And as the new F1 2019 game is just a couple of days away from release, this is going to be my last video on the game of F1 2018. And so if you have enjoyed the video, then do leave a like, share the video around, and subscribe to the channel to see some F1 2019 videos. And so I will see you next time for another video, and goodbye.